Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Ashley McDowell. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. A trial for a police officer who got arrested for a DUI gets postponed. Also tonight, the price freeze has been lifted. What does that mean for the CNMI? And road renovation for KAGMAN is happening now. We have the details. In sports, men's island-wide basketball advances to the next level. Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
"48 hours. That's all we get in a week. But those 48 hours, we try to make them last forever. How? By filling in fast with all the right stuff. With a lot of laughter, a little drama, some adventure, and a whole lot of love."
Dad, Mom's here.
It happens pretty quick,
Bye, Dad.
but it's cool. Because the rest of the week, we talk about our plans
You want to go to the beach?
on how to make the next 48 hours last us a lifetime.
Hafa-day, Tirawami, and good evening, Commonwealth. Today is Wednesday, November 11th, 2019. In court, a case involving a Department of Public Safety officer who was arrested for driving under the influence of alcohol, crashing his vehicle, and sending the passenger to the hospital had a bench trial scheduled for this morning, but was vacated due to missing documents. Officer Dixon Kwan was arrested in July of 2017 and is charged with driving under the influence, reckless driving, and fleeing the scene of an accident. But once again, the case is unable to move forward due to certain files that are missing from the Internal Investigations Division. According to DPS, these files went missing when the office was relocating from Capitol Hill to DPS's main office in Susupi in October of 2017. The bench trial has not been rescheduled at this time. There are 2 months left until we end the year, and if you've noticed, grocery, gas, and other basic commodity prices have gone up in the past week. KSPN's Sally Lemus has more.
The CNMI was under declaration of major disaster and state of significant emergency since October 27, 2018, a couple of days after Super Typhoon Yutu struck our islands. It is now 1 year later, and the declaration of price freeze has officially been lifted.
So the price freeze was lifted because we felt that a year after Super Typhoon Yutu that we were in a better position in terms of our recovery. Our FEMA reimbursements are being processed and expedited, and we're closely working with FEMA to really replenish both our general fund to make up for the upfront costs of the storm. Right now we're moving smoothly. We're not out of the woodwork yet. But I think that the biggest thing for us is that we're with the price freeze being lifted, it allows our businesses to to get back onto normal operations, to make up for their economic losses, and to also make up for economic activity that they deem fit.
According to Press Secretary Kevin Bautista, the main purpose of why Governor Ralph Torres signed the declaration of price freeze was to protect consumers from price gouging.
But the very premise of the price freeze was to be able to protect our customers, our residents, our consumers, where they're not going to be, exploited by faulty business practices, where they're going to take advantage of folks during the storm.
Bautista also adds the CNMI is on track on becoming financially responsible.
So we're on a better track in terms of our government, and we should be able to be in a better track for fiscal year 2020. Right now, finance is something that I was going to talk about with the Rotary, was that the Department of Finance has projected that about $18 million in revenue has been collected so far as for fiscal year 2020. So we're right now on track within this first quarter of the fiscal year. I don't want to make any formal announcement yet. I will leave that to an official word from our Secretary of Finance, David Atlick. Right now, all I can say on record is that we're optimistic. We may be lifting the austerity sooner than people think, but at the same time, too, we also have to really watch and scrutinize our economic conditions as well. We're trying to really spend what we have within our budget and stay financially prudent in the way that we go about our business when it comes to government finances.
This is Sally Lemes for KSPN News.
Thank you, Sally. The Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, has announced $4.4 million in additional funds going to the CNMI for Super Typhoon U2 recovery.
The funding will go to 9 applicants for eligible costs of debris removal, emergency protective measures, building replacements, replacement of damaged building contents, and permanent repairs. The additional funding will be distributed as follows. $1.5 million going to the CNMI public school system to replace Douck Academy High School. $1.4 million going to the Commonwealth Ports Authority for repairs in Saipan and Tinian sea and airports. $420,000 to Tinian for repairs to the Department of Land and Natural Resources. $368,000 going to Saipan for damage to buildings. $208,000 going to the Northern Marianas College for the emergency protective measures that were taken during the typhoon. $154,000 going to CUC for permanent repairs. $112,000 to the CNMI PSS for repairs to Tonopog Head Start, Olei Head Start, and Dandan Head Start. $72,000 to Saipan Community Schools for permanent repairs to buildings, and $68,000 to Mount Carmel School for permanent repairs to classrooms. Total, FEMA has obligated $130 million for projects related to Super Typhoon U2. A release from the Department of Homeland Security states, quote, FEMA obligates funding for these projects directly to the Commonwealth, and it is the Commonwealth's responsibility to ensure the eligible subrecipients receive this award. Following its review process and upon receipt of appropriate documentation, the Commonwealth will provide funds to the subrecipient on a reimbursable basis, end quote.
Construction has kicked off on Route 34. KSPN speaks with the Department of Public Works for the details.
It's the construction of Route 34, known commonly as KAGMAN Road, a project that has been in the works for 2 years to prevent the bank along the roadway from caving in. A stream coming down from Papago is causing erosion right here to this bank, which could potentially cause this whole entire road right here to collapse.
This is the only main road that serving KAGMAN 1, 2, and 3. So we need to take action as early as possible.
Highway Administrator Lorraine Semin says the project took a major halt due to the Pertula snail, an endangered species that was found along the area.
That's what kind of held our project back, because we needed to go into the endangered species clearances, which with U.S. Fish and Wildlife. So we were able to get their help, as well as the local government, DLNR Fish and Wildlife, they're really good about helping us as well to resolve this endangered species.
And now, with clearance from U.S. Fish and Wildlife, along with the U.S. Corps of Engineers, construction has begun.
The contractor is UEC Panther, and this project is fully funded by Federal Highway Administration.
The $846,000 project kicked off October 21st and is expected to be completed by June 17th, 2020, with clearance of the area and building up the wall expected to start November 20th.
We will start installing the retaining wall down there, and then build up the. We will clear all these big trees here, and then we will stabilize the embankment layer by layer until we reach the finished grade here. Yeah, and then we restore this asphalt damage.
Officials from the Department of Public Works are asking for motorist patience during the construction process. Reporting from KAGMAN, I'm Ashley McDowell.
The Saipan Chamber of Commerce held their monthly general meeting this afternoon at the Hyatt Regency Ballroom, and a particular highlight was the election of board of directors for the chamber.
The annual election of the Board of Directors for the Chamber of Commerce definitely had everyone excited to attend this month's general meeting. This year, 4 positions were available, and during the meeting, members of the SEC were given an opportunity to vote for the candidate of their choice. After a few minutes, the votes were tallied up, and they announced the new members of the board, who are Alex Sablon from Century Insurance, Glenn Hunter from The Shack, Michael Dotz from the Dotz Law Office, Perry Enos Jr. from Triple J, and Velma Palacios from IT&E.
Well, I'm very humbled and grateful to be selected. The Chamber is a real influential group in our islands, especially in the business sector. And I really look forward to working closely with Maxine and the rest of the Chamber staff to seeing what we can do to kind of help, especially the smaller businesses on the island, as I represent small business on the island, and kind of bring that voice to the table. It's been there, but maybe kind of bring it as a focus and bring it, kind of help push that forward.
Being on the 2020 Board of Directors allows them to tackle issues that affect the CNMI and Saipan businesses.
We have our labor issues. We are going to work with Congressman Kalili to talk to him about the Workforce Act. The big issue is the touchback provision for CW workers. The current law requires that individuals touch back into their home country for 30 days, and then you can start the process of renewal. As we all may know, 95% of our CW workers expire on September 30th every year. Usually we start the renewal process in April, and this will not allow them to do so. So we're trying to get some provisional changes with that. We saw a big adjustment in wages through the prevailing wage program, which was exactly what and it was intended to help raise wages across the board on the basis of an average that's being paid in the Commonwealth. And so we are looking to discuss those issues as well with Congressman Kalili. And then our continued effort to promote and push for local workforce and education. And so the Chamber of Commerce is going to continue to provide for training. And we're also going to press the issue of not forcing, but working on the effort of working with WIOA and many other organizations, business civic organizations, to ensure that we have a sufficient local workforce and hopefully to entice people to come back home.
This is Sally Lemis for KSPN News.
Coming up, more businesses climb on board for the island's biggest party of 2019. That story and more following the break.
We all face challenges with our roof flying off, and what we did is we used our connection with our service to connect with the world, to show the challenges that it is real. IT&E was definitely there for me, my family, my friends when we most need it. Half a day, my name is Jerry Diaz. I'm in the network that works.
Winigi PHI Pharmacy in Gofadahi, Ihinim Lomo.
Our complete line of pharmaceuticals and lowest prices ensure you get the treatment that you deserve.
Our compassionate, friendly, multilingual staff will take the time to get to know you, explain your medications to you, and answer any questions that you may have.
Ngere ayor sumaye uhalweres ren, kutsu wayor safeye emal ebalisiu klalyam weres.
Inumin ang inyong gamot ayon sa nireseta ng inyong doktor at alinsunod sa bilin ng inyong pharmaceutical.
We accept most insurance, but in case you don't have coverage, we offer cost-effective generic drugs.
KHI Pharmacy, your lifelong partner in health. KHI, the pharmacy you can trust.
Welcome back. The weather forecast for Saturday evening is pleasant and ideal for this year's Club 200, the American Red Cross fundraiser held annually by the Northern Marianas chapter. Board member Bob Coldine has the latest update.
Year after year, disaster after disaster, the American Red Cross has stood side by side with the Northern Marianas since 1979, when the local chapter was chartered. The Red Cross relies on community contributions to extend disaster relief services to the community. This week, more sponsors have climbed on board. The Bank of Guam donated $15,000. Marcy Tomakani explains why.
Our continuing donation to American Red Cross is to support its service delivery in time of any disaster need, most especially to any individuals and families that are been impacted by any disaster. And we hope that American Red Cross will support their critical relief.
DFS added thousands of dollars and merchandise. Ben Babauta and DFS continue to be strong advocates.
Over $3,000, and that includes a $2,000 cash and a few luxury handbags and luxury jewelry also. So good luck to all the ticket winners. That's right, you gotta be in it to win it. So buy that ticket now.
Ace Hardware today donated a washer, a dryer, and a refrigerator as other raffle prizes.
Ace is the place for Club 200.
Did you get that, Bob?
Piñatas, dance and costume contests, giveaways, lots of stuff given away. The Shack, one of the businesses that's making it all possible with in-kind donations. The theme this year at Latin Nights, Club 200 co-chair Tania Belliu Camacho is inviting everyone to help the cause.
Hands down, Club 200 is always the party of the year. We try to come up with different ways to be creative, to engage different people, be it through dancing, through music. But this year, the night of the thing is actually having them buy raffle tickets for treasure chest. But in this case, since we're celebrating Latin Nights, we're doing piñata style. So who does not like breaking open a piñata to see what great stuff comes down, right?
While the event is for charity, partygoers will have the chance to win fabulous prizes highlighted by a brand new RAV4 donated by AK Toyota.
Thank you, Bob. On Guam, a suspect that faces drug charges does not show up for court, and a $4,000 budget for each member going on a performing arts trip has senators asking questions. KUAM reports.
Havade Tautau CNMI, here's what's making news on Guam. Vicky Lynn Teragedzu did not appear for her local court case Tuesday afternoon. Now, as we've reported, Teragedzu is the initial complainant in Jotne Mayor Jesse Blas's federal case. She's on supervised release in Saipan. Meanwhile, here on Guam, Judge Anita Sokola wants answers from both counsels, asking the Office of the Attorney General if they're going to dismiss the case. Will she be able to report back to court for these two cases? Judge Sokola also looked to the defense counsel, asking if Teragedzu is brought back into this jurisdiction, would she be in danger? Neither of the two parties had definite answers for the court, other than stating that a plea may be in the works for the 2016 drug charges she faces. Judge Sokola is scheduled to return for November 13th. Well, the Guam delegation to next year's Festival of the Pacific Arts is seeking $400,000 to cover the costs. And while there was no lack of support for sending the group to Honolulu, lawmakers did have questions about the spending.
The bill by Senator Kelly Marsh Taitano would tap into the Tourist Attraction Fund to send a 100-member delegation to Hawaii. Department of Chamorro Affairs Director Anne Marie Arceo says the festival is important to promoting Guam's culture and cultural ties to the Pacific.
I know we could say it's just performing arts, but let's not take for granted how in our historical colonization that this is ways that our people and our youth can heal. Festival of the Pacific is a way that our youth can heal and restore their self-identity, find in themselves, their direction.
Of the 100 approved slots, the Governor, Arceo, and 4 Arts Council staff will get 6. The rest are for artists and performers. But senators had questions about the budget, which works out to about $4,000 for each member.
Coming straight and asking for all this money, I think there should be efforts made first with fundraising and seeing how much money you can raise and show us this budget. I'm surprised that you didn't come to this hearing without a budget.
This money should not come from Guam Visitors Bureau and should come from someplace else. And that's something this committee and probably the senators are going to have to find out and really discuss where we're going to take it. If we're going to take it from someplace else, where is that going to be?
It's very unhelpful to not have a budget proposed in front of us today. I'll tell you that right now.
I just wanted to state for the record that I will give that to you and provide that for you, where I will bring to the executive committee all the concerns that you've asked.
The committee indicated the money would not come from the Tourist Attraction Fund, but most likely from unappropriated funds, though the governor has declined to identify that as a surplus. For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
Stay connected by way of our KUAM mobile news app or follow us on any of the social media platforms. And sign up for our weekly email newsletter, KUAM Digital Digest on KUAM.com. For Guam's News Network, Guasi Chris Barnett. Adios.
Thank you, Chris. Coming up, indoor soccer on the rug. Put away the vacuum cleaner because KSPN2 Sports is next.
Faster, easier to use. With live TV, recordings, video on demand, and streaming apps, all in a single place. When you're looking for something new, recommendations are tailored to you. Voice-powered, personalized results to find what you want faster. And the unlimited potential of smart home. The new experience from TiVo is here.
Watch the Visitors Channel online, on time, anytime at saipantv.com. Where to go, what to see, what to do. Restaurants, spas, activities, and culture. It's all in one place, in high definition, on your mobile device. saipantv.com. Check it out.
Welcome to Marianas Medical Center. We've been taking care of you and your family since 1998. We offer preventive health care services, acute and chronic care for both adults and children.
微产期以及妇科的检查
신생아 선별 검사 및 영유아 건강 검진.
Meron po kaming food handlers, green cards, school at sports clearances.
Greenig Marianas Medical Center oferece todo classe de serviço para a família mesmos here.
We accept Medicaid, Medicare, and most private insurance plans, and we also accept individuals without any medical insurance. We're conveniently located in the JKR building on Beach Road, Garapan. Marianas Medical Center, quality health care for your entire family.
Buenas sports fans. Buenas sports fans, the KMIBL Basketball League concludes their regular season tonight. The Final Four begin their first round of this best-of-3 matchups on Friday evening. The winners then will advance to the best-of-5 championship series. The second-place team, IT&E, tuned their engine last night, putting the pedal to the metal in the final quarter, looking like a serious contender, certainly not a pretender. The commissioner said, let there be light in the gym, and there was, and it was good, or at least good enough to play. Mac Mintak, a clanker, no one boxes out June Fidelino, he gets the putback. for the game elite, cutting the ITNE lead to 8, 7.5 to go. Joe Nargieb, he's so good he doesn't even have to jump. More Fidelino, the stop and pop, drops like a lollipop. The bull bulls his way to get what he wants, what he needs. And the lead was back to double digits. Mintak, the league's leading scorer at over 28 per with the reverse. Here's why ITNE's in second place. Marlon De Dios to Jacaranda, back to De Dios to Bart down pond for the easy layup. That's a high percentage shot. And this is why Mintak is leading the league in scoring. Brandon Talania and J. Marte Guzman working the two-man game. Another easy bucket for the phone company. Jacaranda from the Mariana Trench. That bomb finds its target. Mintak, the stealer, the dribble driver. Talania, oh, he must be scared of Mintak because he moved out of the way. Come on, man. Darwin Barbo working the boards. The offensive rebound results in a sweet reward. Aranda, another long distance connection. Yeah, he's wired. ITNE cruises to their 8th victory in 9 tries. Our soccer leagues have 2 pitches to accommodate everyone age 6 and up and way up there. And tonight we're going to stay inside for this soccer report. Indoor action in beautiful downtown Gualarai for this Friday night special. Dove League A Division, Tan Holdings FC. In green, the color of money in Cano FC. In orange and black. Halloween's over though. Caitlin Chavez turns and shoots, but straight into the waiting hands of Teresa Tovis. Mary Kay Alfros inbounds and, oh, there's Caitlin with the steal. She shoots. Teresa saves. Mary Kay takes the ball away. She has center position and gets flattened by Mary Jo Aniana. No foul. And the referee just laughed. Ha ha. Pretty funny stuff. Yeah, funny as a limp. Caitlin to Katrina Costales. Teresa with the deflection. Here's how you do it. Alicia Angeles to Katrina to Caitlin for the score. Those 3 girls combined for 8 goals, leading THFC to a 9-3 victory over KFC. Here's the windup and the pitch.
I don't believe what I just saw!
Get your game and gear at Gold's Gym Saipan. Group exercise is a great way to get fit and then stay fit. For something high tempo, go for a ride with one of our instructors in our new spin room. Let's roll. Pilates improves flexibility, builds strength, and develops control and endurance in the whole human body. It also improves coordination and balance. And the Shake Cafe is a great place to stop by for a meal replacement or supplement. See you at Gold's Gym.
Today's high only 85, the low 75, humidity 85%. Tomorrow mostly cloudy, some isolated showers here and there. Southeast winds 10 miles an hour, high 87, low 77. Seas moderate 5 to 7. Sunrise 6:15, sunset 5, 4 to 6.
All right, thank you, Bob, for that weather
report.
report.
Thank you, Ashley, for all that news.
All right.
And Sally, too.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to cut right to the point. You
Good
guys
night.
have a great rest of your night.
That's the point.
That's the point.
Good night.
Check it tomorrow.